The warning signs are everywhere. Empty supermarket shelves, climbing prices, and reports of supply chain breakdowns are no longer distant headlines. They're unfolding in real time across the globe. The question facing families today isn't whether the next food shortage will arrive, but when it will hit their community. To navigate these uncertain times, experts consistently point to a core list of foods that last, sustain, and protect households during crisis. Understanding what to stockpile now could make the difference between security and scarcity in the months ahead. Buckwheat has reemerged as a strategic crop in global food discussions. This hardy pseudo-cereal, traditionally associated with Eastern Europe and parts of Asia, is becoming a lifeline during uncertain supply chains. Russia, historically the world's leading supplier, is expecting harvests to fall to around 788,000 tons this year, roughly 35% below the previous season and the lowest since 2019. This reduction comes precisely when demand is climbing, driven by health-conscious consumers seeking gluten-free grains and by governments focused on resilient crops. Recent research has highlighted buckwheat's remarkable resilience to drought, high carbon dioxide concentrations, and nutrient-poor soils, giving it a significant edge over traditional staples. For households, buckwheat delivers not only calories, but also valuable protein, fiber, and essential minerals. When sealed properly from moisture and pests, it can be stored for decades, making it an ideal long-term reserve that combines nutrition with psychological stability during crises. Lentils have rapidly climbed the ranks of essential stockpile foods. Global production is estimated at 6 million tons this year, a 15% jump from the previous year. Canada remains the dominant player with record-breaking harvests, while other regions show mixed performance due to weather volatility. Beyond the harvest numbers, market dynamics reveal that lentils offer a relatively affordable, high-protein option that can fill gaps left by dwindling supplies of animal protein. Technology is also advancing, with new sorting systems improving processing quality. From humanitarian aid to household pantries, lentils deliver nutrition, adaptability, and longevity. Their ability to cook quickly with minimal fuel makes them particularly suitable for crisis scenarios where energy conservation is critical. Couscous has evolved from a regional North African staple into a global commodity essential for food resilience. The worldwide market is expanding significantly, driven by demand for shelf-stable, versatile grains that work both as everyday meals and emergency reserves. Couscous has clear advantages in crisis scenarios. It requires minimal cooking, often just hot water, saving valuable fuel. It's lightweight and stores well in sealed containers for months or years. Nutritionally, it provides carbohydrates and serves as a filling base for vegetables, legumes, or canned meats. Producers are innovating with gluten-free and organic varieties, making couscous more accessible to those with dietary restrictions. Its ability to stretch meals, adapt to diverse cuisines, and provide reliable energy ensures its value extends well beyond convenience into strategic food security. Flour remains at the heart of food security debates as it forms the basis of bread, pasta, tortillas, and countless other staples. Global wheat markets have shown both volatility and resilience, with climate events in major producing countries causing yields to fluctuate. Flour's significance lies not only in availability, but also in its versatility. During food shortages, households can create bread, flatbread, pancakes, and thickened soups, all of which stretch smaller quantities of other ingredients. White flour can be safely stockpiled for years if sealed against air and pests, while whole wheat flour has a shorter shelf life but higher nutritional value. Industrial demand remains strong, and supply chains stay vulnerable, particularly in maritime transport, where geopolitical tensions and rising fuel costs complicate shipments. For households, flour represents self-sufficiency and the ability to bake when commercial supplies falter. Sugar, often perceived as a luxury, has been central to survival strategies for centuries. Markets are facing renewed attention not just for sweetness, but as a strategic preservative and energy source in potential shortages. Major producing countries face challenges balancing domestic needs against export pressures, leading to volatile prices. Beyond sweetness, sugar's functional uses make it indispensable. It plays a crucial role in preserving jams, pickles, and cured meats, extending shelf life significantly. In emergencies, sugar delivers quick energy, a trait long recognized by humanitarian relief agencies. When stored properly in sealed containers, sugar can last indefinitely, requiring no refrigeration. Its versatility extends from sweetening to preserving fruits and even fermenting. Cultural demand reinforces its status, as past shortages revealed not only dietary reliance, but also psychological comfort during stressful periods. Salt's role in human survival is unparalleled. Global production remains steady at around 300 million tons annually, with food-grade salt essential for household and emergency use. Salt's value extends beyond the kitchen. In emergencies, it enables meat curing, fish preservation, and vegetable pickling, methods that prolong food safety without refrigeration. Historical practices demonstrate the cultural depth of these preservation methods, which remain practical in times of scarcity. Health considerations have brought attention to iodized salt, which combats deficiency disorders. For households, stocking iodized salt ensures not just preservation capacity, but also essential micronutrients.
A handful of salt can preserve entire harvests, transforming perishable goods into long-lasting stores. Its permanence, low cost, and unmatched utility ensure it remains a bedrock of food security. Oats are gaining renewed recognition as both a health staple and strategic food reserve. Global production is holding steady, with major exporters increasing acreage. Oats' appeal lies in versatility. They can be eaten as porridge, baked into breads, or processed into granola. In crisis contexts, oats require minimal fuel to prepare. Nutritionally rich in fiber and linked to improved heart health, oats have fueled rising demand globally. Supply chains face risks from drought and surging demand for plant-based milk alternatives. When sealed properly, rolled or steel-cut oats can last 2 to 3 years, serving as both a primary calorie source and a base for stretching limited supplies. For governments monitoring food security, oats present a dual advantage of climate tolerance and broad consumer appeal. In times of food shortage, protein becomes the scarcest commodity. Canned meat, whether tuna, chicken, beef, or similar products, continues to serve as a vital solution. Global sales are projected to surpass $40 billion this year, driven by urbanization and emergency preparedness purchases. From a storage perspective, canned meats last between 2 and 5 years, positioning them uniquely as emergency protein sources. They provide essential amino acids, iron, and B vitamins, filling gaps when fresh meat is unavailable. Climate factors add urgency as livestock industries face pressure from feed shortages and water constraints. Canned meat is not merely a backup, but a normalized part of dietary planning, offering shelf stability, compactness, and protein density that secure its place in both household pantries and national emergency reserves as uncertainty persists in global meat supplies.